Annmarie, Vladimir Putin saying that if the president is worried about rising oil prices, he's only got himself to blame. Explain.
That's right. He's really taking a stance against the U.S. president, who's been pushing back and tweeting and even verbally talking about how OPEC is ripping off the world. OPEC and its allies, of course, did this joint deal to cut global supplies in 2016. He's saying if he was going to talk to President Trump, as he did in Helsinki, he'd say it to his face that has him to blame. He should just look at himself in the mirror. So he's saying the rise in oil prices is not due to what's happening in the market, but it's due to what's happening with the U.S. administration. He's saying to the likes of the sanctions in Iran. He also pointed to the political situations in Venezuela and in Libya as well.
He also says, Annmarie, that Russia still has the capacity to raise output if it wants, so why doesn't it?
He says Russia has a spare capacity for 200,000, 300,000 barrels a day. Russia, though, had already hit post-Soviet record highs. And as well, Saudi Arabia is pumping at near highs. 10.7, Khaled Al-Falih, the Saudi oil minister, said that they are pumping today. So what's happening now here is that they're pumping at near records. This is why we're seeing some tightness in the markets. Even though they're saying they can pump more and they're at record highs, the market is just brushing this off. We still have Brent hovering and trading around $85 a barrel. The big question comes down to how much are these losses from Iran going to impact the market? When Donald Trump first brought out the sanctions back to hit Iran, it was going to be maybe 500,000, 600,000 barrels a day, analysts were saying. Now, some analysts saying it could be as high as 2 million barrels a day. Now, Saudi Arabia alone doesn't have the spare capacity by themselves to reach that level of oil leaving the market. And quickly on top of that, it's a special kind of crude that's coming from Iran. This is high-density sour crude. It has a high sulfur content. That can only come from certain countries like Iraq, Saudi Arabia. So it's only certain people that can really make up that gap in the market that refineries are used to taking from Iran's oil.
Annmarie, you're talking to a lot of people at the conference, at the event. What are they saying about where the price is going? As you say, Brent trading 84, 85. Do they see it going up to 100?
I think many people here agree with that view that we heard from those big top oil traders, Trafigura and Mercury, saying that 90 by Christmas, 100 by the new year. But some Russian CEOs were saying that they prefer it at $60, $70 a barrel, that this could be dangerous. And of course, the ministers, I asked Khaled Al-Falih, we had a brief moment, I asked him about the price, and he says that there is not a customer that is not getting a barrel of oil that they haven't asked for, and that it is not what's happening is supply and demand. He's saying it's happening in the financial world.